So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. iPhone 15 Plus, iPhone 11 Pro Max, speed test 17.1.2 here and 17.1.2. Now take a look at the clock speed on the CPU. It clocked in at 2.66 gigahertz combined with a 4 gigabyte of RAM. You'll see right here, we're clocked in over almost a gigahertz higher at 3.44 gigahertz on the A16 and 5.52 gig RAM. So 2 gigs of RAM more, 1 gigahertz higher clock speed. Let's see if that translates into the app speed. Okay, so let's see here. Everything closed out. Let's go into calendar. You can see about the same. We'll go into clock. Pretty much the same. Now, you can see right here, no major issues. And we'll swipe out. Even the animations, because both 60 hertz, that's faster on the left, are the same. So when loading data, it seemed like the iPhone 15 Plus was better. And calculator about the same. Slightly bigger screen though. If you're looking for something much bigger, it's not really that much bigger. You'll see faster on the App Store. I also noticed when you go into submenus, you can see faster on the left. When you scroll down, this content should load faster on the 15 Plus. You can see there it goes. So when you're scrolling down and trying to load up some new content, it definitely performs better. If we swipe over, let's go to something similar. How about a board games? You'll see a little bit quicker there, not too much. We'll hit apps and faster again. So when loading pages with more content, the 15 Plus shines. We'll go into Groupon. Faster on the left, we'll hit categories. Slightly faster on the left, food and drink. Faster on the left. So far, a little bit quicker. But then when you start scrolling, it's still 60 hertz. So it doesn't really feel super smooth. It doesn't feel like a smooth upgrade. It just feels like faster. Let's go into Twitter X. You'll see that's faster on the left. Grand Theft Auto trailer still trending like crazy. 100 million views in one day. That's pretty insane, to be quite honest with you. But what's also insane is I got to wait till 2025 to play it. But anyway, back to topic. Let's go into Instagram here. And you'll see Instagram first there on the left, and then it appears on the right. You can see there's about a half a second difference on some of these loads. So that doesn't seem like a 4-year jump, but it still is a jump. If you had an 11 Pro Max, you'll probably be very happy. Faster on the right, you'll probably be very happy with the 15 Plus, especially if you never had experienced a 120 hertz ProMotion display on your iPhone. You'll see faster on the left. And here comes the 11 Pro Max. See, the thing about the 15 Plus is that, it's cheaper than when the 11 Pro Max first came out. And so if people are just like, I'm not paying over $1,000 for an iPhone again, they could just simply go to the 15 Plus from the 11 Pro Max and just skip out on paying $1,300, $1,500 for another Pro if they don't really feel like they need it. And that was faster on the left. And that's why I like the option of the 15 Plus or the upcoming 16 Plus. I just want Apple to bring a 90 hertz to 120 hertz ProMotion to make it a slightly better value. You can still keep your dual camera if you want and, make it not the thinnest bezels and not the extra features of the Pro with the RAW and stuff, but at least give us a smoother display, because a lot of the Android phones competing, even some of the cheaper ones, the Galaxy S23 FE came out on Black Friday for $399, rocks a 120 hertz display. Rocks a 120 hertz display. It has a, pretty similar size screen. It's just showing that we need to see a little bit smoother panel on the next one. Pretty much the same in Dead Trigger. Let's go into Subway Surfers. This one's getting a little bit of dust balls on it. And Subway Surfers clearly faster on the left. We had a notification pop up. You know what? Let's just do that again, because that one was acting wonky on both phones. Let's go ahead and do it again. 3, 2, go. Wipe those down again. We're in London. Shout out to my fans over there in London. I think that's where the Nothing phone is from. Is that where they make the Nothing phone? Or at least design it. I think that's the area. Yeah, Nothing phone. Pretty dope device. Really excited for the Nothing Phone 3. Comment down below if you are. Let's go into Temple Run 2. Whoa, that was a tap problem right there. Do that again. That might have been my fault, but maybe the touch response is actually faster on the 15 Plus. You can see Temple Run 2 faster here. I got the same result when I pre-tested. Once I got into the games between these two, it was a no-brainer. The 15 Plus was just quicker in launching this. But again, you're going to wait, what, a half a second difference to play the game on the 11 Pro Max. Long story short, it's not going to slow you down to continue using the 11 Pro Max in the world of 2023, 2024. You're not in some archaic device. You know, it's just getting slower. That's it. It's kind of like using a 2017 or 16 car right now. And yeah, you don't have the latest, biggest screen on the market, but the car works fine. Same thing here. Phone works fine. Just not as fast, not as premium as a newer one. You can see right there. Well, premium arguably, because we do have stainless steel. 11 Pro Max, people are going to say, yeah, right. 11 Pro Max feels more premium than that aluminum shelled iPhone. But you've seen PUBG just destroyed the iPhone 11 Pro Max 3D Mark. You'll see faster by a good shot on the left. This is reminding me a lot of the XS Max performance I seen last time over here. Faster on the right. And speed test, which is not a bad thing. The XS Max surprised me though. Really did. It's about the same there on both cameras. So yeah, overall app test, I would say the 15 Plus held its own. It did very good, beating out the 11 Pro Max in most applications. However, 11 Pro Max just performs a hair behind. This is half a second to a second on certain applications. But let's see how this, these many years changes how they perform when going back through the apps. So I'm going to quickly go through these because we know latest phone, best performance. It should be anyway. And man, look at iOS with their animations. I just like doing this every time, even though I've done it like a million times already. Every time I do it, I'm just impressed by just the level of smooth we get out of this guy or out of these phones. Even with a non 120 hertz, they've got those animations down. They got them down. Let's go into the iPhone 11 Pro Max. We're looking for a reload. We're looking to see if this 4 gigs of RAM is enough still for this phone. Oh, there we go. Dead Trigger 2 reload. eBay, Starbucks, Best Buy, launching again. Amazon, that's 2. Twitter, a little choppy. Groupon with a full reload. App Store, oh man. 4 gigs of RAM might not be enough for pro level performance anymore. All basic apps and many apps were fine, but we had about 2 or 3 reloads here for the 11 Pro Max. So if you want more RAM, you want the perfect, reload launch speeds, hopping between apps, going like this, going between them. You want that perfect performance there. It's still pretty great on the 11 Pro Max, but this is a big upgrade for you. Just because you're going up 2 gigabytes of RAM, and in iOS, that's a big deal. Going up 2 gigs of RAM means much better performance, especially considering how well optimized iOS is. Okay, so our final score is in for the iPhone 15 Plus. You can see the 11 Pro Max is still, it's at 5 minutes and we're not done here with the test. So significantly slower, clearly. 2543 on the single core, 6245 on the multi-core. Let's see how that stacks up to 14 Pro Max. You'll see 2517, so just a hair better, almost the same. Multi-core, yeah, about the same. Actually, a little bit less than the 14 Pro Max. So this is about a 14 Pro Max right here in the 15 Plus. It's like a less smooth displayed iPhone 14 Pro Max. So it looks like we're finishing up here with the 11 Pro Max. And I gotta tell you, both of them don't feel overly warm, so the efficiency is still pretty good. But here's the 11 Pro Max's score: 1741, 4026 on the multi-core score. So yeah, let's go over here because I just closed that out. 6245 on that multi-core. So pretty big jump in the multi, but not massively in that single core. So that's why I would say the 11 Pro Max is still usable, because unless you're doing stuff heavy, and even if you are, you can still do it on the 11 Pro Max. It's just not as powerful. Still very usable. It's kind of like those old MacBooks. They still work. They're just not as fast. And so let's go ahead and run 3D Mark Extreme now. I'm going to do this test because these newer iPhones, they max out and then you don't get no scores. On the newer iPhones, it'll just say maxed out. So let me hit start and I'll be back when we're done testing the graphics here. So once again, 15 Plus finishes first, and you'll see that we got a score of 2881. Now, the 11 Pro Max hits 1896. The frame rate difference is about 6 FPS, so not as much as I thought it would be over that length of time. But you could see scores better than 69% of devices, 41 over here. So there are a lot of phones on the market that are faster than both of these, but many more that are faster than the 11 Pro Max. However, 11 Pro Max is still, again, I don't think this score is terrible considering its age, but this one is definitely better. Last thing we're going to do is a speed test net, and then we'll check the camera launch speed, because the camera, you know, we got to take pictures, don't we? Are you one of those people like, I don't use the camera that much at all. I barely use the thing. So let's go ahead and hit go. Actually, we got to do one at a time. Hold on. We'll let the 15 Plus go first, and then I'll go ahead and set up the 11 Pro Max while we're waiting on that. Look at those crazy speeds right now on that guy. That is insane right there. So you can see 612. I'm having a good internet day here. A lot of people probably not on the internet right now. You'll see right now we're getting about 22 megabytes per second upload. I hope I get that kind of download speed when I'm downloading GTA 5 or 6. So hopefully 23.6 up, 618 down. Let's go ahead and hit go here on the right and see if the 11 Pro Max is capable of similar performance. You'll see, yeah, you can see, well, not quite. It doesn't look like we're going to hit that 600, but pretty close. So the 11 Pro Max can still pull in some crazy speeds, and the upload's significantly slower so far, 10, 11. So yeah, we might be able to pull in a little bit better network speeds on a newer phone. Not so much in the upload, it looks like. We're going to finish out about the same here on the upload, but potentially better network speeds on the left here for the iPhone 15 Plus, and we got a 15 ahead in speed test right there by Ookla. Let's go ahead and hit the camera. We're going to launch this camera really quickly just to see. First of all, we got to close this out because it's already open, but we're going to launch the camera to see which one can actually launch the camera first, and then we'll check the shutter speed quickly before we head up out of here. Let's go in 3, 2, go. Faster on the left, and we were launching into video too, so let me close that out. We'll do it again. 3, 2, go. Yeah, just a little faster on the left. One more time. 3, 2, go. Yeah, faster on the left. What about shutter speed? What about changing between the cameras? The camera's smoother too on the iPhone 15 Plus. At the end of the day, 15 Plus is faster in pretty much all areas as expected, but not by as much as I thought. The 11 Pro Max is still usable. Is it time to upgrade? I'd say so. But if you bought this phone and you're the type of user who wanted a Pro device, you probably are better off getting a 13 Pro Max, 14 Pro Max, or if you want to go all out, a 15 Pro Max. I really recommend at least 14 Pro Max, 15 Pro Max if you want the more premium Pro lineup with the dynamic island. But if you're like, I'm done with the Pros, I don't need a Pro, I just want great battery life, light phone, the 15 Plus is still a really good upgrade. I just think the 15 Pro Max is a better upgrade. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all in the very next episode, Speed Test. Be sure to be well. Nick here, and peace.